Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I'm Mike.
And today, we're cracking open a new bottle of Rossville Union Bottled in Bond Rye Whiskey. So today, I'm kind of excited to try this one because we all know
Me too.
MGP or Ross and Squibb is known for their 95.5 rye. That's what they're known for. So this one right here is a 6-year, 100 proof. It follows all the bottle and bond rules, but it's actually 6-year instead of 4-year.
It's the first one. I think. It's our first 6-year.
I think we've had others. It has to be a minimum of 4.
I know.
That's the thing. So we got it for $52.99. So the company and distiller is Ross and Squibb, or MGP, for those of you that might know him by that name. This one was hand selected by the master distiller Ian Sturzman. It's a limited release, and it's way different than their normal 95.5 rye because it is 51% rye, 49% malted barley. So I'm kind of excited to try this one because we've never had one. They usually have something, corn in there. This is one of the only ones that I know of that I don't think we've tried one that's been straight 49% rye afterwards. So I know we did the bourbon from Ross and
What did
Squibb.
Pikesville? That was a different one. What did that have?
It was still low, but it still had corn in it.
Oh,
It still had the corn in
but
it.
it had like 13.
The only other one that's been crazy like this is we did the high rye, or the from Ross and Squibb, where it was bourbon. It was 51% corn and 49% rye. Remember, it had like so much regular rye and so much malted rye.
One was off.
That was
them too.
That was them
Just
too.
doing it.
Or them
opposite.
also, you should say. But they.
Well, I didn't know we were going English class.
Well, it sounded,
Apparently we are.
It sounded weird with the 2. I don't know why. Like I put a number 2 in my head.
It's a correction here. Wow, we went to English Lit this morning.
But so I'm kind of excited to try this one because we haven't had like just a malted rye yet.
Right.
So, and that's what I'm assuming this is going to taste like. So
You can assume that you're gonna be tough to pull a rye out with the original Quick Nose.
but again, it is 51%. It's almost half and half. You know what I mean?
see.
So,
I could see that math.
well, I was
I
kind
didn't
of.
flunk that class.
Yeah. I'm wondering if we're going to lose the sweetness because the corn usually gives like a nice sweetness.
Yeah, but the malt, we'll see.
No,
I'm going for a
again,
taste.
I can't yet because I got to wake it up in a glass. I want to go for a taste, but
It doesn't go
nose wise.
I don't think I'm going to call this.
I'm thinking I'm going Irish on the nose because it's giving me that I'm getting almost
going there.
Well, on the nose. I haven't tried it yet, but it's going to be the first sip of the day. But I'm
And
thinking
I bet you'll be surprised on how sweet it is.
I'm thinking the malt is what's going to make me think because
Well, again-
usually it's a single malt. Scotch and Irish. They're usually
I
the single
get
malt.
I
So-
get what you're saying, but I don't get
let's
that
try.
nose of the like what we just did. Was it yesterday or the day before? We just did the 100 Pipers. I don't get that nose.
Oh, that's a funky in the flavor.
I don't know if I would even so far. I'm not pulling out a rye.
You're not getting a mint.
No,
Oh, good God.
in the nose.
I'm not going to say it. That's my New Year's resolution. I'm not going to call you broken.
Yeah,
It's not a new year yet, so I can still say
I was
it.
gonna say, what-
You need another sip. I got the mint.
No,
I got
in
the
the
mint,
nose-
but
I said
it wasn't
in the
like
nose.
oh no, okay, gotcha. Not in the nose. In a flavor though, did you get it?
I might be starting to get a hint of it now in the nose, but in the beginning, your initial guess, I wouldn't have guessed it as a rye.
I'm not getting the mint on the nose, but now that I've taken a drink, it's slowly progressing towards a bready flavor.
you do
like
get
I'm getting like that.
The like minty flavor and the little spice in the taste. Mm-hmm. So after a couple sips, then I would probably jump to the rye. But I'm definitely not getting your Irish on this one.
No, it totally transformed on me.
And then watch me call it an Irish, but
No, it totally transformed.
I don't think I will.
I am definitely getting the cooling mint.
Yeah.
It's actually forefront for the first time. Usually it's at the end. But
it's almost when it hits your tongue.
And as soon as it hits me,
yeah.
you're getting the mint. It's like a cooling sensation. It's like whoosh, it gets all break. But then,
I'm not the commercial, but
but then when you get to me on the end, I'm actually, and it's probably because I know it's so much malted barley. But then I'm getting almost like a bread like flavor, like that malted barley flavor.
I kind of get the
no, there's a pop rocky in the middle.
Yeah.
Like it has that comes with the cooling sensation, but when you swallow right at the very end, there's almost an oaty bread that's at the end that I'm getting for a flavor.
I might be able to go with some of that. There is that, and again, I don't know if I could totally call it bread, but it is. It's close. Not. I know where you're going.
I'm not even calling it bread for me. It's not the normal bread flavor, but it's almost like an oaty bread. That's what I mean.
It does have the different end finish. It has the little, like, if you want to call it the wind type, and then the sparkly, and then it does have that little end flavor taste. All in all, I'm not disappointed.
I am liking this a lot. This is one of the few that I've had where it hits me with the mint in the front, and I actually like that. I usually like the one that gives me the flavor up front and then hits you in the mint at the end. This one, I really, on that first initial sip, it slaps you in the face with the mint. Those that like rye, I think would love this. But
that's a yes and no. So some of those guys did already tell us that. Where we're leaning towards the baby rise or whatever.
No, and no, right.
Or especially to me.
I don't know about we, but I was going to say, that's only, if you have a mouse in your pocket, you can say we. But
it's a two-man show. One might like something a little more than the other.
I like that cooling sensation that you get. Like that's what it reminds me of. You get that minty, cooling sensation, but usually it's at the end. This is one of the first time that it comes out, and unlike I'm trying to think of one back, like going way back, and I'm kind of speaking out of school because it was way back in the channel. But when we did like Whistle Pig, it was mint in the front, mint in the middle, mint in the back, and never went away. In fact, we got to do that. Steve bought a little sampler packet over here that's been sitting here for like a year.
I look at them still every time I.
Well, we can try 3 of them. It's got 3 shots. We'll have to do it.
And it's probably in the same price right now. It's probably higher. They're higher than. They're usually higher. And then we haven't really snapped on any of them yet.
No. This one almost brings me, for those of you that are looking, it's actually, you know what, for 6 years, $52, 100 proof, I really don't have one complaint about this, unless you don't like rye. But if you're a rye drinker's rye.
It's not a crazy rye, too. It's not a crazy, like, ultra mint.
No.
But I
think it's delicious.
It is a little pricey, but it's worth the money.
It's a 6 year though. It's not even $10 a year. So to me, it's still 100 proof. They didn't skimp. It actually drinks.
And what's weird, it does have a really good amount of flavor. Mm-hmm. It's fairly light. Which again, color doesn't always matter because we had one with the stave in it, and it's a little.
That's too yucky. The one weird thing is it does have a nice. It does bring you like the sugary. It has a nice. But it's not a huge oaky flavor though. At the end. Because there's so much flavor between the rye and the malt, you almost lose the oak.
Almost go closer to that, the ones from Virginia. It has a little bit of that end flavor.
So he's bringing you to like that breading. That's the malt. I'm telling you, it is.
It probably is because there's only 2 ingredients, and one's going to give me sparkle, and
those were high malts too. But what it actually reminds me of.
But the nose doesn't bring you there.
Is the Rocktown, the Arkansas one?
Yeah.
But that brought the bread in the front, and then it finished with a mint. This one brings more the mint in the front, and it kind of finishes with like an oaty bread.
Almost the whole bourbon nose.
This is actually
really deceiving in this.
I don't know if on the nose I'll be able to pick out.
I'm not.
This is going to be a tough one. I don't think I can. On the nose, I'm going to think bourbon
because it's really caramel-esque out, and it's really getting a sweetness here. It's actually sweet in the flavor too, but.
I do like that. I do like that high malt. I'm trying to remember. I think it might have been Danny that said Smoke Wagon makes a high rye malt too, like this, similar to this. In again, we don't get smoke. We do have a rye over there, but it's not the high rye malt, and we don't get Smoke Wagon here in Mass. We have to. Steve found it in New York when he was out there.
Send out the bloodhound.
Yeah, he had found it out there, so we didn't get that one. So I was hoping this is a good representation of it. So
and again, we have to commend, Ross and Squibb on whether they're making it or they're shipping it out. Their products tend to come out pretty damn good.
Oh no, they have some.
So
really
whatever
good
they're
stuff.
sending out, whoever buys this, they tweak it. They've been pretty good. I don't know if we really shit on too much of what they had. Other than I can't speak today.
Oak and Eden's the only one.
Okay.
But they just over-oaked it. You know what I mean? It was still good. It just was funky. Because it was just thick. Like
and you know what? I believe the price on that is even higher. So if it was a higher price,
Yeah.
I don't know many people are going to go.
No,
back to that.
I agree with you though. We've said it time and time again. I can't tell you how many bottles we've done that were sourced by MGP, and they've always been banging bottles.
And, you know,
what
and
I
they
mean?
tried a different trick.
Yeah.
It's not to our liking. Maybe there's a group out there that likes that.
No, well, that wasn't them who did the rest of it. That was okay.
No. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, Oak and Eden did something different that no one else has, and you know,
And I'm sure
it's almost like Cleveland,
Yeah.
where they're doing the old steam effect or whatever. And
And it could be. I didn't. The more I went back to it, the more I didn't mind it. But it just coming off, I was like, "Holy oak!" Like it just hit me hard.
Even that,
you know what I mean?
Side by side to something, that's gonna.
It's gonna take over. It's gonna take over. It really
So
is.
if you're used to one that's.
It'll be interesting when we put that in the blinds if we're going to be able to pick that one out. You know what I mean?
I probably won't remember which one it is.
You and me both. But because it was strong.
Yeah, mine's better than mine.
And I did forget to pull out the spiral, so it's only getting stronger. So, well, there you go. This one is relatively new. I forget when it actually came out. But if you can see this one out here, I'm really glad I had him look for this and he found it. And I don't remember where he found it. It might have been that one place in Mass.
That's his new mission this year, is to actually put that on the bottom of the bottle.
I'm going to have to start writing it down on which state it was.
So we can tell you roughly where it is, and there'll be a lot of no Mass.
Well, that's unfortunately a lot of the ones we pulled out were that because he was doing a lot of traveling. And it's just it hasn't been here. And when he would send me something, I'm like, "Oh, get that. We can't get it."
But then again,
we can't.
then we're going to be limited.
No, right? I mean, that's the
Still haven't really found a place.
because we had in the beginning we haven't had anyone in a while, but we did have a few guys. Like I don't care what's up everywhere else. Stop doing the ones that I mean, we'd have
we did have.
Unfortunately, Massachusetts for some reason I don't understand where it can go to Connecticut right over the border. I mean, it's literally I get there in 5 miles, but yet it doesn't come here. Like
I guess the advantage to our state. It's not like Texas where there's like 5 states in Texas up here in the Northeast.
Right.
So it's not like they got to cross, it doesn't really take long for you to hit a different state.
But that goes to my point, then why can't they ship here? Like, I don't understand it.
I'm with your point.
I also say that, too, and if someone's a shipper or distributor or something like that. But no, there's a lot of people, like, I think maybe Sealbach finally decided, not that we've started trying to order stuff online, but 9 times out of 10, when you go to buy something online, they're like, we do not ship to Massachusetts. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what
I've tried it 6, 7 times.
No, that's what I'm saying. So Massachusetts, for some reason.
Let's just think about that. We can't order weapons.
Welcome to Massachusetts. I know, I hear you. Just another reason why I shouldn't still be living here, but they're neither here nor there.
Live free or die. It's not the state.
No, it's not. You're going to go up and a little bit to the left.
Weapons.
Yeah, they can do everything.
They can get ammunition.
Yeah.
Not a lot of crime.
And they don't pay a ton of taxes like we do either. So, well, there you go. I'll be interested, all you rye drinkers out there, if you have tried this. Leave a comment down below. And if you haven't, I recommend it because I think it's really good. And it really does. If anyone likes the Arkansas, the Rocktown rye, if you've tried that one that we did, it's kind of flip-flopped. You kind of get that bready in the beginning and you get the mint on that one. This one hits you the mint up front and you end up with that oaty bread flavor at the end. So, well, there you go. We'll keep this one short and sweet. I'm actually digging this one. So
it's worth a try.
Rossville Union Bottled and Bond Rye Whiskey. Get it if you can. Leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
Subscribe.
I like that a lot.